GeniusInsomniac. It's Bruce, the coolest nerd you know. And today I got a very interesting story. By the way, if you like any or all of this video, make sure you hit the like button. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't so you can get notifications when I put these great videos up. And I'm sorry I missed the last couple of days. I've been working on the software and the technology in order to provide future live streaming here on YouTube and possibly Facebook. So if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do that so you can get notifications when I do go live. So I've been testing some features out. But let's just get right into it. The topic I want to talk about today comes from my hometown, Louisville, Kentucky, and from a very nice neighborhood called Norton Commons. Norton Commons is a beautiful neighborhood. Houses there that range as low as I believe $300,000 to over $1 million. It has parks and shops and bistros, public school nearby, and a YMCA. It has like a modern Victorian feel, and it's one of the fastest growing neighborhoods. There's constantly construction there. I'm actually in that neighborhood all the time because of the industry that I work for. I'm constantly in that neighborhood. According to WFPL.org, which is where I originally got wind of this, residents when they moved in said the place was like looking at candy and it was like they were in Disney World. But guess who's coming to dinner? The residents are pissed because they've gotten wind that developers in the area are putting a 21-unit affordable housing project within the Norton Commons neighborhood for people that make between $28,000 to $44,000 per year, and was originally proposed for a lot of the workers who work right there in that area to be able to live in the community in which they're helping to build. They said also the people that move into the neighborhood, once they were approved for residency, if they were to get raises, if they got better jobs and whatnot, they could make up to $121,000 and still stay in the neighborhood. So they wouldn't necessarily stay low income. They could actually go up to $121,000 and still stay in the neighborhood. But the people who live in Norton Commons, nah, they're not having that at all. So they had a little block party and they invited 100 people to come and gripe about what was going on. They all met in one of the residents' living room. Yes. The living room was big enough for 100 people. And that's where I found so many interesting things about this. One resident, Roy, blew it, and I quote, "I earned the right to be here. And now suddenly someone is going to be put out here because they are what they are." And that he characterizes this as a freebie. And this is all despite the executive director of the Metro Housing Coalition saying that all the data they have says that 100% this will not bring down the property values and it will not raise crime. Remember, it's a 21-unit apartment. With all that being said, basically residents saying is, look, we make this kind of money. We do not want people living here that do not make the money we make. Which is interesting because going back, the original idea of the housing project was for workers who are actually helping build the neighborhood to be able to live in the neighborhood. One resident said she doesn't have a problem with the people living there. She said her problem is that if you put them in our neighborhood, is that they wouldn't be able to afford anything around. The restaurants are too expensive. There's not a full grocery store in the area. You sure about that? Being who I am, I decided to look into some of the claims that people have made about this place. So let's go to our trusty Google Maps. And oh, look at here. This is the Norton Commons neighborhood right here. Me knowing the area the way I do, I know that if you go right down this road here, you run into, oh my goodness, a Walmart Supercenter. We all know Walmart is so unaffordable. But wait, we don't even have to go that far. Because if we look right here in this area, let's zoom in. Oh, look at that. There's a Kroger grocery store right here. Now, this area here is called the Summit. It's a nice boutique shopping center where you'll find J. Crew, Victoria's Secret, Gap, all that good stuff. It's even a Build-A-Bear workshop there. Not that far out of the spending range of the people, but looking at this map, let's give you an idea of scale, how close these places really are. We go to Norton Common, and we're gonna click on this spot right here. And we're gonna look up, I'm guessing about 2 miles, but let's see how close Norton Commons is to the nearest Walmart Supercenter. So we've clicked here. And we want directions to the Walmart Supercenter here. Oh, look at this, via Chamberlain Lane. It's 2.7 miles. I don't think that's too unreasonable, especially the people at the higher end, the 44,000. Okay, in the entrance of fun, we clicked and we said to the Summit Plaza where the Kroger is located is 1.7 miles. Not only that, I know there's like a Dairy Queen or something right here. Like I said, I know this place very well. From Dairy Queen to Norton Commons, over the river and through the woods to grandmother's house we go. 1.3 miles. So it looks like there is a full grocery store and affordable shopping area for the people who would live inside this neighborhood. But for fun, let's just look at some more information here. The residents claim that they were not aware that there would be any sort of housing development or housing project for low-income people in their neighborhood. Okay, well, I checked out the Norton Commons story on the Norton Commons website, and reading through was a beautiful story, by the way. But let's just get right down to it. It says here, Mr. Donnie believes we need to get back to what neighborhoods used to be, places where the old and young, the rich and poor worked, shopped, and went to school. Certainly their ideas won't solve all the world's problems or even all of Louisville, but they're an exciting start. So it seems like when they put this together, the idea was to be an inclusive neighborhood. They're just starting to do it now. And then before you say, hey, you know, they bought houses there, and if they don't want affordable housing projects put in their neighborhood, they have a right to say they don't want it there. And that's interesting because as of 2006, let's go over to our trusty screen here. The Norton Commons Legacy Senior Housing, Meeting Street's right in the middle of the neighborhood. We see that this is on the Low Income Housing Authority website. So this senior housing project, which is on the Low Income Housing Authority, no one has a problem with that. And that's been operating since 2006. $710 for a 2-bedroom, 900 square foot unit. No one has a problem with that. So going back to Mr. What was his name again? Roy Blewett said that he earned the right to be there, and someone shouldn't be able to be put out there because they are what they are. So the old people, they are what they are, right? But they're allowed to live there, and no one has a problem with that. I mean, I just wonder who exactly it is that they have a problem with living in this neighborhood. Well, we know they don't want the people who are helping build the neighborhood to live in the neighborhood. Another claim made is that the public transportation doesn't even go out there, right? So we go over here to TARC's website, Transit Authority of River City. Let's type in Broadway, right in the middle of the city of Louisville. Let's see if a bus route runs out there. Oh, one does run out there? Amazing. Look at this. Oops. Got a little too antsy there. So it seems that an actual bus route runs out to about a mile from the neighborhood. Most people that ride buses, they'll walk that mile, go hop on a bus. And by the way, who exactly are you trying to keep out of the neighborhood? People who make between $28,000 to $44,000 a year, right? And just for fun, go to careerbuilder.com and see what type of job pay, let's just say $40,000 a year. Graphic designers, qualification, a bachelor's or an associate's degree. So if you have a bachelor's or an associate's degree and you're a graphic designer, you cannot live in this neighborhood. No. Precision instrument and equipment repairers. People who maintain watches, cameras, musical equipment. Oh, look at this. Kindergarten teachers. A kindergarten teacher, with the exception of special education, who may make up to $43,000 a year. So what they're saying is they don't want kindergarten teachers to live in their neighborhood. Come on, Roy. Medical and public health social workers. They do not want social workers in their neighborhoods. They have all these kids running around. God forbid any social workers are around to just muck up the environment. It's funny, because that means you don't want people like teachers and graphic designers to live in your neighborhood. Teachers, you know, screwing the kids out here. Maybe that kindergarten teacher may be a bad idea. If you're a kindergarten teacher, you get out of my yard. But what's your take on the situation? Like I said, my only question is exactly what is it that you're afraid of? Hit me up at GeniusInsomniac down here on YouTube in the comments. Let me know what you think the residents are so afraid of. And I'm just gonna end it right there. If you like any or all of this video, make sure that you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. YouTube is bringing out some new features, so make sure you subscribe to this channel so you can get notifications when I'm doing new things on the channel. Add me on Snapchat at BZBets, Twitter, GeniusInsomniac. Till next time, as always, Bruce, coolest nerd you know. I think I'll look at some property in Norton Commons till I work on the next video.